Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Stay a little while, click subscribe, join the Kwak fam, all that good stuff. Alright, so today's video I'm gonna talk about a bunch of makeup palettes, specifically eyeshadow palettes that I recommend that you guys go and get because, well, they are great palettes and I think they are worth the money, and they are definitely good palettes to play with, and you know, they're just really nice palettes. You gotta go check them out. So if you're curious about what these palettes are and what I recommend, sit tight, don't go anywhere, let's get started. Now, before we get started, you guys, go ahead and, like I said, join the Kwak fam by clicking that subscribe button down below. What are you waiting for? And of course, click on that notification bell. That way, when I upload a video, which is at least twice a week, sometimes more, you are notified. Alright, so let's get started. So, I'm not talking about these in any particular order. Some of them I have mentioned in an old video, but they definitely need another love because they're just really worth mentioning. The first one I'm going to dive into is this palette right here. It's the Wet n Wild palette. This one specifically is the Not a Basic Peach, and that is what it looks like. A nice small compact palette, and those are the beautiful shades. Now they have a whole bunch of other, you know, similar palettes like this, and I'll put like a little screenshot of different like pictures all around. I recommend this because, number one, the pigmentation on this is amazing. It works well and it does an amazing job. You guys, if you haven't tried Wet n Wild, I do recommend picking one of these up and trying them out. They're, number one, pigmented. Number two, great for traveling. If you're a big traveler and you travel a lot, like maybe like a weekend trip or like a week-long vacation, even like a month-long vacation, throw this in your makeup bag and you will not regret it. Especially this one. I can only talk about this one because that's the one I have. It has nice neutral colors. It has your pop of blue, your nice gold up there. It's just, this palette, it has it all. And it has even a little mini tutorial on the back if you are, you know, maybe a newbie and need a little bit of help. Give you a nice little tutorial. So yeah, the Wet n Wild Not a Basic Peach palette is definitely on my eyeshadow recommendation list. Oh, and by the way, every single makeup that I talk about today will be listed down below just in case you forget or you want to reference back to it. And on top of that, you can also click on the link that will, you know, pretty much take you straight to that product, and if you want to go ahead and perhaps purchase it or check it out online, whatever. So yeah, that information is there for you down below in the description box. Next palette is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. Here is the cover for that. I love Urban Decay, which, by the way, they came out with like their, I believe it's called the Honey palette, Honey Pot palette, or just the Honey palette, Golden palette. I'll put a picture up somewhere, I can't remember. Which, by the way, I did watch Chloe Murillo's eye makeup on it, and she did such an amazing job on her makeup. I freaking love her. Okay, so here is the Urban Decay right there, all the colors in its glory. Now this is for those who love to put on a more neutral, natural, everyday type of wear look. Alright, so obviously it did come with a set of brush. It's in my little brush drawer right now. Too lazy to take that out, but this is definitely a nice palette. I love it because, well, first of all, Urban Decay is definitely one of my favorite makeup out there. Their shadows are just really rich in formula. When you lay it on your eyes, it definitely brings out the colors. It's true to its color, and on top of that, you can tell when you use it, the formula is nice and rich. You can tell. I can't show you this through camera, but trust me when I say, when you buy this, Urban Decay, in my opinion, has probably one of the best eyeshadows out there. That's just my opinion, you know, my humble opinion. So I love this palette because it's all matte. You know, and that's saying a lot coming from me because I'm a girl that loves glitter and shimmer. But this palette, you can make and create so many different looks with just this palette alone. From like a natural everyday look on this side to like a much more to a much more deeper purpley look on this side, to even going much deeper and darker with those grays and blacks. You can do it all, which is why I freaking love this. And it comes with your own brush, has a mirror inside, and it's pretty compact. I mean, it's not as small as the Wet n Wild palette, but if you've seen other palettes before, this is like a rather compact size, if I don't say so myself. So if you haven't picked one of these up, then I recommend picking up one of these bad boys. Next palette I want to recommend is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. And as you guys can see, clearly the palette is pretty dirtied up with a bunch of makeup because, well, I've been using it a lot. Here is what the palette looks like on the inside. Look at all those gorgeous colors. I mean, if there's a palette that I recommend, this is it, you guys. This has every spectrum of look you want to do covered. It has your neutrals to like your pinks, your golds, your purples, your teals, your browns, your dark colors, your light colors, your shimmers. It has it all. So if there's a palette I recommend, go ahead and pick one of these up. You can pick it up at Ulta, buy it on the Morphe website or whatever. So this is a beautiful palette. And if you want to talk about pigmentation, you guys, this is it. This is definitely it. Oh, and I love how affordable it is. Did I mention that? I mean, this palette, all these colors at a very affordable price. Of course, affordability is relative, but I do feel like it is super affordable. The next palette I want to talk about, since I did mention that I am a shimmer glitter type of girl, this is the Amber Scholl 24 Karat Gold Cosmetics palette. And this has beautiful, beautiful, beautiful golden color. You guys see that? It's just a bunch of like shimmery gold, like silvery, pinkish reflex, and it's a very neutral everyday wear with a bunch of glitter on your eye. So if you're like you want to look, you know, amped up but still be able to wear it every single day, this is the palette for you. Number one, I got it off Hush, and I think they don't sell it anymore, so I'm not too sure, but you can check it out, or maybe I'll look at it after I edit this video. But the reason why I love this is because, like I said, you can wear it every single day and still have that sparkle and shine. So if you really want to have that everyday look but with a sparkle and shine, this palette's for you. I mean, it has a big mirror. It comes with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16 shades. You really can't go wrong. And literally every single shade or shadow in this palette is shimmery and glittery. It looks so beautiful. And it has 1, 2, 3 mattes, which are your basic matte colors, black, brown, and like a light peachy color, but everything else is shimmers. And so think of the endless shimmer looks you can do with this. And on top of that, sometimes with a very light hand, you can use the shimmer to kind of like use it as a highlight. So it's kind of like a, you know, 2-in-1 deal type of thing. I freaking love this. I love Amber Scholl. She's adorable. She's amazing. She's super cute. And yeah, so I do recommend this. The next palette, you guys, I want to talk about is the Laura Lee Nudie Patootie palette. Here it is. A nice, long, sleek palette. Now, this is a palette created by Laura Lee. And when you open it up, first of all, this is just a, you know, it's like not a what do you call it, not a make or break type of thing, but I love it when you open up palettes and they can fold all the way back instead of having it like, you know, fold like halfway. So I love how it can fold back all the way. That's amazing, and I love that. It's the little things that really, you know, that really puts a little you know, finish my sentence for me. I don't know what I'm saying, but it's the little things that count. You get what I'm saying? So here is the next palette I recommend. Do you guys see a trend in all my palettes I'm recommending? They are a bunch of neutrals, but you guys, they are amazing neutral palettes. This is the next palette I recommend. As you guys can see, this is definitely an everyday wear makeup. You can put it on every day and go to work with it, go to school with it, go to church with it, you know, go to your best friend's house or whoever you want to meet. It covers every single field. My favorite shade in here, and I think it's probably most of our favorite shade, is Jaybird. If you can tell through the screen, this has a little divot because I've been using this shade so much. I freaking love it. It is super gorgeous. So look at that. Can you see? Little finger swatch for you. I love this shade. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. You can use this palette to make neutral looks, everyday looks, and even amp up your look with different shimmers in the palette. So this is another palette that I love and I do use and I recommend. And it is, I'm not sure if she still has it on her website, but I mean, check it out. Go to her webpage and see if she still has it and pick one up because I think it's nice. You can literally take this anywhere and create a look for any occasion, like literally any occasion. You guys, we have 3 more palettes to talk about. The next one is the BH Cosmetics Glam Reflection Palette, and it is the Rosé collection. And when you open it up, those are the shades that you'll be getting. Look how gorgeous these colors are. Again, definitely an everyday type of wear. You guys know I love my neutrals, and if you're into colors and, you know, vibrant colors, pick up. So my camera cut off, so I do apologize for that. But like I was saying, this palette right here, the BH Cosmetics palette, is definitely one that I really recommend. The pigmentation on it is amazing. Obviously, all these palettes has great pigmentation, which is why I love them. And this one can also create your everyday look. On top of that, it has nice shimmers in it, and it's affordable. So yeah, pick one of these bad boys up because this is a definite steal because you're getting your money's worth. Now, the last palette I want to recommend is the Dominique Cosmetics Rustic Glam palette. And this one I love because you can create so many different looks with it, but it still has your natural neutral colors where you can still be safe about it. You know, like be safe about your eyeshadow if you are kind of afraid of playing with colors. But it also has a bunch of other colors on the other end where you can kind of like dibble and dabble in to kind of like, you know, take baby steps when it comes to pretty much playing with color. The reason why I love Dominique Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes is because they work amazing on your eyes. All I know is when I use her palettes, it does not disappoint. Honestly, it does not disappoint. And I say that because when I first bought her very first palette that she launched out, at first, I was kind of hesitant, I'm not gonna lie. I love watching her videos. I love following her on Instagram, on Twitter, all that good stuff. But of course, with anything that I buy, I'm always a little bit hesitant because I've never tried her product before at the time. So, let me just pull out my first palette I got from her. Well, I didn't get it from her, I bought it. Alright, so the first palette that she's launched is the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. First of all, adorable packaging. And, I mean, excuse how messy it looks, but I think this really shows how much I freaking love her eyeshadow palettes. So, ever since her first launch, and I've, you know, tried her makeup out, tried the eyeshadow out, and I've had nothing but good response. And by the way, every time I wear any of her palettes, honestly, any of her palette, compliments. Compliments galore. And from my mom, from my friends, they're all like, wow, your shadow looks really pretty today, Sarah. I'm like, thank you, Dominique Cosmetics, you know. Well, you know, if they want to know, I'll tell them. But, so yeah, this was the first palette that Kristen came out with, but you can all, you know what, I'm gonna also throw this into my, you know, palette recommendation. Freaking love this palette. Obviously I recommend it because you've seen how much I loved and used it, but I also do really recommend this palette. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, as a matter of fact, I recommend all her palettes. Her palettes are amazing, the shadows are great, but I picked this one specifically because you can, like I said earlier, be safe about, you know, playing with neutrals if you're a little bit too afraid of playing with color. And on top of that, you can play with color on the other end. It covers all the spectrum, if you know what I mean. You guys, that is pretty much it for this video. If you like this video and you liked any of these palettes, tell me down below which one you liked. If you enjoy watching videos like this, go ahead and click that like button down below. Give this video a thumbs up. That means so much to me, you guys. And don't forget to join the Kwak fam by clicking that subscribe button down below. And tap on that notification bell. That way you are, you know, well, part of the notification bell members only team. So that is it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have, oh, and also follow me on my social media, links down below. And now that's really it now. All right, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, wherever you are. I will talk to you next time. Bye, guys.